Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark is not the real Dr. Doom.
What?
And I'm about to 100% convince you.
Just listen to me!
From the leaks to the logic, everything points to this being a massive misdirection. Let's break it down. So, here's the deal. Months ago, insiders said Doom would look like Tony Stark in Avengers Doomsday. But unlike Deadpool and Wolverine, where Johnny looked like Steve for laughs,
Say it!
Say what?
Avengers!
Flame on!
Sorry, what now?
this wasn't just a random multiverse glitch. They said there's a reason Doom has Tony's face. That alone tells you this is part of the story. Marvel doesn't drop visual twists like that without payoff. This isn't an Easter egg, it's a clue. And if Doom looks like Stark, it's not just to shock us, it means something. And I think I know why. As soon as I heard Doom is played by RDJ, my mind jumped to Demon in an Armor, a lesser-known comic arc with a wild twist. Now, the cover shows Doom in Iron Man's armor, which looks insane. But the real story? Doom literally steals Tony Stark's body, takes over his mind, pretends to be him. It's not just cosmetic, Doom becomes Tony. So if Marvel is borrowing from this, that Tony Stark-looking Doom isn't RDJ playing Doom, it's Doom wearing Stark, metaphorically or literally. In Fantastic Four, Sue Storm pleads with the UN for global unity, but there's one chilling detail. Latveria's seat is empty. That's Doom's seat. And while the entire multiverse is on the edge of collapse, he doesn't even show up? Now hold up, why would the leader of a major nation not care about saving his own world? I know why, and I'll get back to it later in the video. The other day, Robert Downey Jr. himself posted a panel from yet another Dr. Doom comic, and no, it wasn't random. This time, it was West Coast Avengers issue number 35. In that issue, a 9-year-old boy named Christophe Renard, brainwashed into thinking he's the real Doom, takes the entire team hostage. And yes, it's another story where Doom steals a body. That makes 2 times RDJ has publicly shared obscure Doom comics centered on possession and identity theft. Coincidence? No shot. Now factor this in. Multiple reports have said Doom isn't even scarred in this version. He's pretending to be, using his face, Tony Stark's face, as a psychological weapon. A ploy to gain trust, to manipulate, to build an image. And remember what the Russo brothers said? That only RDJ could play this version of Dr. Doom? Put that all together and it stops feeling like a theory and starts sounding like the plan all along. Because if Doom is borrowing Tony's face to become a god in the multiverse, who else could sell that performance better than the man who built the MCU? Yeah! Now, here's where things get wild. Right after it was announced that RDJ was returning, the Russo brothers admitted something huge. When they pitched Dr. Doom to him, Robert didn't even know who Doom was. He wasn't sold at first. But when they walked him through the idea, not just Doom, but this Doom tied into the multiverse saga, suddenly it all clicked. That's when RDJ said, "Oh, this actually makes sense now. A Doom using Tony Stark's face in a multiverse where identity and legacy are twisted beyond recognition." Now, circling back to the question, why would Doom, the leader of Latveria, not show up to help save his own world from Galactus? To answer that, we have to rewind to Fantastic Four First Steps. Remember the egg experiment? Reed created a device that could transfer something instantly across space, a prototype they later used to stop Galactus. But here's the thing. We never learned who Reed and Sue were friends with before they became the Fantastic Four, and that's not an accident. In the comics, Victor Von Doom was already close to Reed and Sue before everything went wrong. They were equals until Doom took a darker path, a path that started the moment he lost his mother and tried to fight literal hell to save her. Magic failed, tech failed, and that obsession broke him. He became the ruthless ruler of Latveria, but over time, something worse happened. He died. But before he did, he escaped death the only way he knew how, by transferring his consciousness, not just to anyone, to a Tony Stark variant from Earth 838. Why that, Tony? Because that version succeeded where 616 failed, his Ultron bots actually worked. A perfect body, a powerful legacy, and a face the Avengers would trust. Doom didn't show up to that UN Council meeting because he's already gone. Only the mask, and the man he stole, remains. Now let's connect the dots. When Robert Downey Jr. was first announced to return, and rumors started swirling that he'd play Dr. Doom, he posted something that didn't get nearly enough attention. It was just a simple story. New mask, same task. At first glance, it sounds like a fun meta reference, a nod to Iron Man, a wink to the fans. But now, it hits way harder. Because if Doom is inside a Tony Stark variant's body, that line is literally the entire plot in 5 words. New mask, Dr. Doom, same task. Save the world by any means necessary. Think about it, Marvel's not paying hundreds of millions for Robert Downey Jr. to hide behind a helmet. They're building up to a moment. Now, let's answer the big question. Why is Doom after Franklin Richards? It's not just about kidnapping, it's about cosmic power. Franklin Richards isn't just any child in the comics. He's a reality-warping Omega-level mutant who once created entire universes on a whim. And in the MCU, they're clearly teasing his potential. So, here's what Doom is doing. He plans to manipulate Franklin, maybe even pose as a protector, but ultimately, Doom wants to steal his power cosmic, the same energy Galactus once wielded. Once Doom has Franklin's power, he uses it to resurrect Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, who is rumored to have lost her memory. She's not just a pawn, she's essential to helping Doom stabilize Battleworld's reality with chaos magic, the same way she reshaped reality in WandaVision. If you really want to understand Doom's plan, you need to go back to Fantastic Four Annual number 20, way back in 1987. In that comic, Doom kidnaps Franklin Richards with one goal in mind: to use Franklin's power to bring his mother back to life. Sound familiar? Now fast forward to the MCU. Doom might causes an multiverse incursion war because he can't get what he wants by just kidnapping Franklin. Just like Tony Stark, Doom is driven by obsession and guilt. When the universe doesn't give him what he wants, he breaks it. Now, let's talk about how Doom turns the X-Men against the Avengers. This is where Doom becomes a true manipulator. According to the leaks, Doom invades the X-Men universe and tells them a dangerous lie. Earth 616 is trying to destroy you. They sent Monica Rambeau here to trigger an incursion on purpose. The X-Men believe Doom. Why wouldn't they? Their universe is literally starting to fall apart, and a mysterious woman from another Earth just showed up before it started. That's why we're seeing leaks of a full-blown fight at the X-Mansion. Even Nightcrawler actor Alan Cumming confirmed he filmed a scene fighting Reed Richards. It'll be chaotic and confusing.
You're hitting Pedro Pascal against the head or something.
The biggest leak that we've had comes from our hosts.
Because the 616 heroes are actually there to rescue Monica and stop Doom. But Doom planned this. He wants them to waste time. He wants them to fight each other. Because every second they're distracted, he gets closer to Loki, closer to the Void, closer to reshaping reality. While Doom is busy deceiving the X-Men, he's also manipulating the Avengers, using the ultimate disguise, Tony Stark's face. It's not that he says he's Iron Man, it's that he looks like Tony, he talks like Tony. And some of these heroes are desperate to believe it's really him. He manipulates them. He feeds them just enough information to keep them confused, to delay their plans, to make them hesitate. Because while they're second-guessing everything, he's still moving closer to the Citadel at the end of time. Now here's the part nobody's talking about. We are definitely getting a post-credits scene in Spider-Man Brand New Day that teases this. Because Spider-Man 4 takes place right before Avengers Doomsday. And with John Bernthal's Punisher confirmed, street-level heroes are about to get a front-row seat to the multiversal collapse. And who better to tease the next god-tier threat than Doom himself showing up in the shadows? So don't be surprised if the final scene of Brand New Day reveals Tony Stark's face, but it's not Tony. And if you're still not convinced something's off, just listen to the music. In the Fantastic Four post-credits scene where Doom stands maskless, Franklin touching his face, the score that plays is titled Doom? Yes, with a question mark. Not Dr. Doom, not Victor, not even Latveria. And the composer? Alan Silvestri, the same mastermind behind the Avengers theme and Endgame's most iconic moments. So ask yourself, why the question mark? Marvel is practically telling us something about this Doom isn't right.